Hello and good morning again. Today I just wanted to combine, I'm going to do like the flow with the meditation at the end. I was just feeling really tired yesterday after, I get up around 7 and then I did a class at 8, so I just felt like I didn't have enough time in the morning to do my thing. So I'm just going to combine them, so every day it'll be around 10 o'clock. So we'll just combine both. So if you want to tune in at the end for the meditation or the whole thing, that'd be awesome. I hope everyone can see me on Twitch. Yay! Hi, Kylie. Let's see here. All right, so we are going to, yesterday I was kind of a little tired and groggy, but today I'm feeling a little bit more energized, so I'm going to start out the class a little bit slower, but we might pick it up in the middle. I'll offer a lot of different modifications and stuff like that, so if you're feeling a little bit more low energy today, you can totally stay more towards the ground. I know here it's like we're getting winter slush or something, so it's really crappy outside, which I'm definitely going to binge watch some Ozark later, I think. But anyway, let's get started. You can start in child's pose. So take your knees really nice and wide. And don't mind Kitten, she's going to visit sometimes. So knees nice and wide, and then reach your hands forward. And let's see, I can put this down a little bit. Alright, so knees are really nice and spread wide. Reach your hands forward. Make this kind of a little bit active by pressing your palms down into the floor. So your knees are really wide, really feel heavy through the hips, through the belly. And you can rest your forehead right on the mat. And just really start to allow this hip area to open and hang the belly really nice and low. Just relax that whole belly area, no need to engage any muscles. Just take a couple deep breaths, maybe use your Ujjayi breath if you'd like to kind of just get centered, bring yourself down to the ground, kind of get settled on your mat. And on an inhale, we're just going to walk our hands over to the right side. So you're really stretching through that left arm. You want to feel that nice stretch across the whole left side body. And you can even press your left hand down into the ground and just really feel that stretch across the left rib cage. Press down through the armpit, maybe even get a little armpit stretch in there. And on an inhale, come back to center. Exhale, come back over to the other side. Press your right palm down really firmly into the ground. Press down through the armpit area. Feel that really nice stretch in the right side body. Take some really nice big deep breaths. And then inhale, come back to center. We're just going to come up onto our knees, and you can sit on your knees here if that feels okay. If it doesn't, you can sit cross-legged as well. It's nice if you have a block or something, you can kind of put it under your sit bones. Just close your eyes and pause. Really feel that weight coming down through the sit bones, shoulders relaxing. And then we're just going to take some really big head rolls. And the reason we're sitting on our knees like this right now is it kind of stops the blood flow from the top of the legs to the bottom. So when we do stand up, you'll feel this really nice rush of fresh blood coming through the legs. So you're just trying to freshly oxygenate your blood by doing this. So keep rolling, taking big deep breaths. One direction and the other direction, maybe all the way back. Just keep breathing. Shoulders are really nice and relaxed. So we're just working out those little morning kinks. I know some places it's a little earlier, some places it's a little later, but I still feel like during quarantine it's morning by 11 o'clock. you can come back up to center. And we're just gonna come forward in the tabletop. Tuck your toes, really spread through the fingertips. You wanna press through the pads of the fingers into the mat. Take a big inhale. We're just gonna press back into our first downward dog. Feel that fresh blood coming through the legs. Pedal out your feet. And again, make sure you're really pressing through those pads of the fingers. Fingers are nice and spread. We're protecting the wrist by doing this. So you don't want to be pressing directly into the palm where the wrist kind of attaches. And then this is totally accessible on your knees as well. We're gonna do a couple like roll forwards on the inhale and then pushing back. So you can definitely keep on your knees if you wanna do the rolling forward like this and then come back up and do downward dog. Or if you wanna keep your knees off the mat, we're just gonna inhale, roll forward, really press through the shoulders, press through the hands. Pause. Take a big inhale. Exhale, push back into downward dog. Just keep rolling like this. So you're rolling forward, pressing up through the shoulders, engage the core. And then exhale, come to downward dog. We'll do 2 more. Big inhale, roll forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more big inhale forward, engage the core. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, walk your feet forward. We're gonna come to sort of a really wide-legged forward fold. So you can have your feet on the outer edges of your mat. If you're just, sitting in your living room or whatever and doing this on the carpet, just kind of about 2 feet apart for your feet. And then just sway side to side, maybe hang on to your feet. And just feel those inner thighs stretching, legs are kind of warming up. Nice deep bend in the left side, and then shift over and bend in the right side. Keep breathing. And then inhale, bend your knees a lot, grab the opposite elbows, and you can hang. You kind of sway your head up and down, side to side. Really just feel that lower back release. Release through the hamstrings, nice little stretch. Maybe bring your knees straight. And just kind of move around organically here. See what feels good for you. You can rock side to side. You can bop up and down. Hello, kitten. Kitten is very vocal. She wakes me up at 5 o'clock every morning screaming. Just a couple more breaths here. And then on an inhale, we're going to come to flat back. And again, we're just going to kind of roll here. So exhale, fold forward. Inhale up. And you can have your hands on your shins. You can have your fingertips on the ground. Whatever's best for you to get that nice straight back on the lift. And then exhale. And again, straight legs here or bent knees, whatever's feeling best for you today. We'll do 3 more. Big inhale and exhale. Big inhale and exhale. And then on this next inhale, we'll come all the way up to standing. You can do flat back. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And we're gonna bring our feet together. Really firmly plant through the bottom of the feet. So you want the 4 corners of your feet. So the 2 balls, the big toe and the little toe, and then imagine there'd be like 2 on the heel. So you can lift your toes and really plant firmly through the feet. Engage the legs, squeeze the low belly, lift the shoulders back and down, and then arms come out, palms face forward. Nice long line behind the neck, so you kind of tuck your chin a tiny bit. And then big inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you can plant your hands, and we're just gonna step back into a plank position. Just breathe here, remember, really nice wide fingers, pressing the palms into the mat. Your hips are low, and you wanna kind of push up through the shoulders. You shouldn't feel that engage in the belly. And then on an inhale, we're gonna come over and tip to the right, lift that left arm up, and you can stay on the inner edge of the left foot and the outer edge of the right foot. Big breath here, maybe a tiny micro bend in that right elbow. And then exhale, see if you can thread your hand through without touching. Inhale back up. Exhale through. So we're just really getting into that side body, warming up the core. We'll do 2 more. Last one. Big inhale, one more big breath in. And then exhale, release. And we'll just come into a little child's pose. You can bring both your hands and kind of grab your heels. Knees can be together. So this is a really nice passive pose. It feels really good on the shoulders after being on them for that long. You can kind of rock back and forth. And then on an inhale, we're going to come back up. Come back into our plank. Hold it for a couple breaths. Again, really nice spread fingertips, pressing the pads of the fingers into the mat. Engage through the core, you're pressing back through the heels. And then on your next inhale, we'll come up over onto the left hand, bringing that right arm up. If you want, you can lower your left leg as well. Nice modification here. Gives you a little more stability. You can use it as a little kickstand. One big breath in. And then exhale. See if you can thread that right arm under. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, thread. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale, thread through. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale, bring that arm down. And again, we'll just come into a brief child's pose. Knees together, arms back, grabbing your heels. Rest your forehead on the mat. And inhale, curl on up, rounding through the spine. We're just going to come into tabletop, take a breath, tuck the toes, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Notice and see if it feels different than the first one. And then on an inhale, bring that right foot up. Exhale, really pull it in towards the chest, step it between the hands. And you can drop your back knee if you want, the back left knee. Otherwise, we're gonna stay in crescent and keep that knee up. So you're really pressing up through the heel, back into the toes, pressing into the front foot. See if you can come on up here. If your balance is a little off, you can widen your stance. It helps a little bit. And then we're just gonna bend that left knee. So feel the difference in your hips. They're really nice and square forward. And then inhale, press that knee up without changing anything else in your body. So you should be feeling really strong through that back leg. And then inhale your arms up. Exhale, airplane. Inhale up. Exhale, airplane. Really press through that front foot. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, big inhale up. And exhale, bring both hands to the left side of your right foot. And you can walk your right foot over a tiny bit. Drop the knee, keep the toes tucked under on that left foot. then just kind of rock side to side in some circles. Get into that right hip area. Maybe take the circles the other direction. And then exhale, press that leg straight, bringing the toes straight up to the ceiling. We'll just get a nice little hamstring stretch here. And take a couple breaths. Then inhale, bend that knee again, and we're gonna move our right foot back to the center. Tuck the back left toes and lift back up to crescent. And then see if you can put all your weight in that right foot. And we're just gonna come up into a standing split. So keeping your hips really nice and square. You don't wanna be opening like this. It doesn't really matter how high your leg is. If you want to challenge yourself, you can maybe put one hand on the ankle and then maybe another hand on the ankle. If you're trying to balance here, looking in one spot is really helpful and not moving your gaze. And then exhale, put your hands back down. We're just going to drop that left back knee towards our heel. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one, exhale down. And then your greatest expression of the standing splits. Exhale, drop that left foot next to the right foot. You can open your stance a little bit and we'll just hang, sway side to side. I was actually talking to a friend the other day about how when you're consistently being active and like trying to do 20 minutes of yoga or, you know, taking a walk or a jog every day, it almost helps increase your energy. So what I try to tell myself is when I'm really tired, just to at least stretch on the mat. And it always seems to help enhance my mood and kind of give me a little bit more energy for the day. Then exhale, drop the hands. And we're just going to step right back into downward dog again. Take a couple breaths. And inhale that left leg. Exhale, bring it all the way through the hands. Staying in that nice little crescent lunge. Take a couple breaths. And then inhale, come on up, place your hands on your knee or on your hips. Exhale, drop that back leg a little bit, bend the knee. Feel your hips be nice and square. And then on an inhale, straighten that leg, keep your body position. Make sure your knee is right over the ankle. You don't want it sickling forward. Couple breaths. And then exhale, airplane arms. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Really strong through both legs. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, bring the hands to the inside of the left foot. Wiggle the left foot out to the side. And you can drop your knee here. And again, just do some circles. Nice deep breaths. Then big inhale. Exhale, straighten the leg, pointing the toes up to the ceiling. Bring your chest down towards the mat, so you're working on moving forward and down. We'll do a little movement here, so inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. forward. Exhale back. One more, inhale forward. Exhale back. And inhale, you can bring that right foot, kind of move it back to the center. Tuck your back toe, lift the knee off the mat. And then you're gonna try and put most of your weight into your left foot and see if you can just pop right up into standing splits on the left side. And breathe. If you want to try and balance here, you can. And just notice if one side's a little easier than the other. And then drop your hands, exhale, you can bend both knees. You're tapping that right knee to the left heel. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And just one more inhale. And exhale. Full expression of the splits, as deep as you can. And then exhale, foot next to the left foot. And again, we're just gonna widen our legs, grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. It's a lot of work for one leg to do at a time. So just try and really breathe into that. Then exhale, drop your hands. You can bring your feet a little bit closer. We're just going to inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Just pause for a moment. Maybe feel your heart beating. And come all the way to the top of the mat. And we're just going to take our left foot and step it over to the left. So we're going to take like a wide leg straddle across the mat. So it should just look like this, but you're using the whole length of your mat. And clasp with the hands behind the low back. Squeeze the shoulders and elbows towards each other. Lift and look up. And then exhale, fold forward. Maybe your hands come up off the back. And then exhale, really nice and slowly drop your hands to the mat. We're going to place our left palm on the between the hands, kind of a little bit forward, right under your face. And then inhale up that right arm. Just breathe here, really try and twist, keep even pressure in both feet. And then exhale, place that right arm down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale down. And then we're just going to find some organic movement here. Move side to side, straightening one leg, then the other. If you want, you can try and lift your hands. So you're just sashaying side to side here. Keep focusing on your breath. Do this in a way that feels really good to you. Find center and drop your head one more time. We're just going to take our hands and walk them over to the right foot. So you can grab onto the right foot with your left and right hand. You're kind of getting a hamstring stretch here. Hi. What's going on? exhale, we'll switch to the other side. So you're grabbing the left ankle with your right and left hand. Come back to center. We're just going to swivel all the way forward to our right foot. And we'll just come down and do a low lunge here. It's really funny, all my animals love my yoga mat. So you want to make sure the knee is right over the right ankle. And then you want to make sure your hips are nice and square. You're kind of feeling that stretch in that left hip flexor. So the left front of the hip. We're just going to take our left elbow and place it on the right knee, taking a nice little twist. Engage through the belly. And you can take your left hand and place a fist from your right hand in your left palm. Just really press down into that hand, deepening the twist. And then exhale, release. We're going to come back up onto our toes into a crescent lunge. And just swivel all the way to the back of the mat. So you're coming into a low lunge at the back. Left foot will be forward. So I'll show you this way. And same thing, make sure the knee is right over the ankle. You're kind of feeling that in the right hip flexor. Hips are nice and square. And then we're going to twist over to the left side. Placing your left fist into the right palm. Nice deep twist. With every exhale, see if you can get a little bit deeper of a twist. And then inhale, just come back to center. And same thing, we're going to just pop up into a crescent lunge. Rotate to the middle. Let's do one more hang here, hanging opposite elbows. Little micro bend in the knees so you're not hyperextending. And then inhale, halfway lift. We'll come all the way up. And then I want you to pop your toes out to a 45-degree angle and bend through the knees and just find a really comfortable spot here. You're going to grab onto your knees. We're just going to drop our right shoulder, pressing into that right leg with the right hand. Then inhale, switch sides, dropping that left shoulder, pressing into that left leg. We'll do one more on each side. Big inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. And exhale. Then inhale, come to center. We'll just hold goddess pose. It's called goddess pose because we're really strong goddesses. And inhale and exhale. Then inhale, press all the way up. We're just going to take our left foot and make it perpendicular to your right foot. Let me see if I can put this down a little. So your right foot's forward, left foot's back. You want heel to heel alignment or heel to arch alignment, and your legs about 3 feet apart. We're just going to take triangle. So in triangle, you want your hips nice and square this way, and you reach your hand forward, push your hips back. And then drop that hand either the shin or the ground if you have a block. I love using a block for this pose. Your left hand comes up, and look up if you have the balance. And breathe. And then inhale, come all the way up. We're just going to reverse the triangle so legs are straight. Reaching back. And then exhale, come forward. Inhale back. exhale, windmill the hands all the way down to the mat, coming into a plank. And again for this, you're totally welcome to do your knees down. But exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale to cobra. So elbows are in, pressing through the hands. Look up. And then exhale, roll over into downward dog. Take a big breath in. Now we're just going to take that left foot forward, coming into a position for triangle on this side. So heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Arms come out. Really reach forward with that left hand, drop it down, pulling back with the right hip. And breathe, try and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, come on up. Inhale, come back. Exhale, come down. Inhale, up and back. And then exhale, bring your hands all the way down to the mat. We're just going to take this left foot back and come into a little child's pose. Really nice wide legs. Maybe active arms. And inhale, come on up. We'll just come all the way to a seated position. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. All right, and then we're just gonna take our feet and place them together. And you can grab at the feet or the ankles, kind of wobble side to side. And inhale, straighten and lengthen through the back, puff up through the chest. Exhale, we're just gonna tip forward. Couple breaths. Try and get that heart rate down a little bit. And then inhale, come on up. We're gonna take a figure four. So left leg can come forward, right leg can either be on the inner thigh or you can bring it up into the hip crease if that's accessible to you. Big inhale, flex through the toes. Exhale, come down, grab where you can. All right, another big inhale, come on up. We'll switch sides. So right leg forward, left leg the foot touches either the inner thigh or can come up in the hip crease. The up in the hip crease just kind of helps keep this leg nice and solid on the mat. But if this isn't comfortable, then keep your foot like right here. Then inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, grabbing at the foot. Breathing nice and deep. And then inhale, come on up. And we're just going to make our way to the ground. But first we're going to hold a little boat pose. So if this is accessible to you, you can stay right here. You're just firmly planted in your sit bones. Shoulders are up. Grab for behind the thighs or the knees. Next step would be to lift the feet, grabbing behind the thighs. And hold, really feel that in your core. If you can release the hands. And then I don't think I can do this that great, but you can also straighten the legs. And breathe. And slowly, maybe 3 or 4 breaths, go all the way down to your back. And just just take a moment there to catch your breath. Big inhales in the nose, exhales out the mouth. Then we're just going to take our right leg up, keep that left leg straight. You can take your left hand and help guide that right leg over. Nice little twist. Maybe looking out over your right hand. Then inhale, come back to center. Switch sides, so we're just going to bend that left leg. Grab it with the outside of the right hand. Exhale, twist open, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. And bring everything up in a tiny, tiny little ball. Maybe give yourself a little kiss on the knees if you can. Squeeze every muscle. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, release. So we're going to come into Savasana. Maybe you have a kitten who wants to Savasana with you too. Thank you for the butt in the face. Yes. And here, just do a little body scan so you can start with your toes. Take up as much space as you want. Maybe take your arms out a little bit wider, your legs out a little bit wider. Tuck your shoulder blades under. And just stay in your Savasana because we're going to go into a little meditation. If you feel called to just be sitting up for this, you're more than welcome to do that as well. But we're going to do a little like manifestation kind of meditation. It'll come to me as we go. So you're laying there really nice and relaxed. Focus on relaxing through the eyes, through the jaw, through the tongue. Relax through the chest. Notice how your body's feeling, how your mind is feeling. Just allow your body to really sink into that mat. If any mind chatter comes up, just let it blow away so you don't have to hang on to it. You can recognize it, but just be separate from that and just kind of let it drift. I really like trying to feel my heart beating in my chest, and I see how far I can feel that pulsating through my arms and my body, and that helps me focus my mind on something. But I think it's really powerful when we can sit down and kind of meditate on the things that we see for ourselves in the future. So the more you believe it, the more it becomes a reality, and you have to believe something with your whole being. There cannot be doubts kind of lingering for too long. So I want you to just envision what you'd want your life to be 6 months from now, or a year from now, maybe 2 years from now. Envision it all so clearly, every detail. What are you doing? Who are you with? What does it feel like? Start it by imagining you're entering a new door. So you're opening this door to the life of your dreams, exactly what you want it to be, exactly how you feel it should be. And as you walk through the door, what is the instant feeling that you get in your body? What is the first thought you have? Just really, really, really feel really colorful. The feeling of joy and bliss and purpose. And keep exploring that new realm that you're just creating in your mind. Use all of your senses. Keep going deeper. What does your house look like? Your car? What does your backyard look like? What are the types of people you surround yourself with? What's your favorite thing to cook for dinner? Just think of this as an abundant place. So you're abundant in everything you need. And keep exploring this world every day. Write it down, all of the details. It's when you're taking action and kind of being proactive in getting the things that you want is when they start to happen. Tell me you are who you hang around with, and I never believed her until very recently. I really think that the people you choose to surround yourself with have such an impact in your life, and if they're supportive or if they can kind of imagine and envision things with you and get you excited. And that was just my favorite thing about going to school for art, was just being constantly inspired by the people around me. You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. But if you're ready, you can start to deepen your breath. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly come up to a seated position. That bowl just wants to play forever. Once you're in a seat, really sit back into your sit bones. Let your shoulders droop nice and heavy. Face is really relaxed. And I invite you sometime this week to sit down and write down what your dreams would be, what you want to see come out of this for yourself, any kind of reconstruction that you want to do within or on the external. Write it down in detail. I did this the other day. I was taking like a little class online, And she was just like, it's ritual, write it down, fold it up, plant it in your garden. She's like, it might be weird, but rituals work. So I'm inviting you all to do it with me. I just wrote down like a page front and back with Sharpie and pen, and then I actually painted over all of the words. Whenever you're ready, bring your hands to your heart center. We'll just take 3 breaths together to close. So big inhale in the nose. Exhale out the mouth. 2 more, big inhale. Big exhale. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you're enjoying. I'll do another one tomorrow at 10 o'clock. It'll be about the same amount of time, about 45 minutes to an hour. If anyone has questions or wants me to work on anything in particular, or I was thinking about maybe doing some card readings at the end if anyone's interested. I have a couple oracle decks, so we could do some of that. Yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are, how the quality was, and what you need. I'm here to give. But hope you have a really good day, and hopefully some of you are getting some sunshine. Hi, Sarah.